all these Sunderland fans that saying Boro hadn't beaten anyone good yet. Well, now they have. Welcome back to Where the Boro Walk. Jack says, what a start to the season. I haven't seen such a solid defence at the Boro since the Karanka days. I'm absolutely loving it and delighted to be joined by 4 other people who are absolutely loving this Rob Edwards revolution at the Boro as well. Sarah, Jonathan, Sean and Craig are back with us as we do another 20-minute review of another Boro 3 points. How about that then, Sarah? Now you've beaten somebody who's good.
Well, I don't know if they were so good on Saturday, but yeah, we have beaten someone good, you're right.
We're of course going to get into that Norwich game, of course, in a second as well. And also coming up this week, we're also talking about away shirts. First up, though, are we a serious team? We're going to get deadly serious. Are the Boro serious contenders for promotion based on what we've seen and what's going to happen in the transfer window? We're talking about Aidan Morris as a player of the match again, and it's a big week, of course, for Boro. Not just the players coming in, but players we might be saying goodbye to. And some people in here have got a split opinion on whether Hackney's leaving or not. Some are saying he's staying, some are saying he's clearly going. We'll get their view on that in a minute. Plus the away kits. Is this the worst ever Middlesbrough away kit? Some might put it at the best, but what do we think to this year's efforts? Lots to talk about, lots to get into, so let's kick it off straight away then. Sarah, what impressed you the most about that Norwich win?
I guess the organisation, the solidness again. I know we talked about it last week, but the solidness of the team, the in-game management again. So we're really impressed with our coaching team. I think that's fair to say. And yeah, the middle two. I mean, we're going to talk about Morris and Hackney, but the middle two were exceptional. I think they're the best in the championship. I think a lot of us do, but yeah, we just need to hold on to Mr. Hackney now. So that's the key message.
Okay. Jordan says we are a Josh Sargent type striker away from being a serious team here. Jonathan, Tommy Conway not good enough then for you to be a serious promotion contender?
I don't know. I like that's a bit unfair on Conway. I liked him yesterday, and I've liked him all season. Actually, he works really hard, but he works really hard, and then 60 odd minutes he needs taking off. So it would be good to have a backup for Conway and for him to have some competition, no doubt about that. So, and that's not against Conway. That's just to say, yeah, we need a bit of variation up top. So at the minute he's bringing Berg's all gone, and yeah, he scored the other week, so that was okay. But we're linked with a number of people, aren't we? So it would be good to see another striker come in, but that's not because Conway's not good enough. That's because we need competition in that space.
Sean, you should have been 3-0, 4-0 up, shouldn't you, before Norwich scored in that game?
Yeah, we certainly had our chances. The guys have already alluded to it. I think we're just doing the fundamentals really well, though. Really impressed with how combative we are, and the sound bites that Edwards was throwing out there. A lot of people were sceptical and thought that maybe it was just to get us on side, but you can see a bit of truth in what he was saying, I think, pre-season. You know, we're winning duels, we're winning 50-50 balls. We've got people throwing themselves in there. So it's all good signs, I think.
Right then, Craig, let's talk about the player of the match, shall we? Claire says he's been unreal these last few matches. He's smashing it, and he's a natural captain for me now that he's found his confidence. And Jatic says he shines a lot more under the Edwards system. Carrick Hussein had him sitting back far too much. It's a bit harsh, that. But yeah. Craig?
Yeah, he's done really well. He's had a great season so far. I mean, he had a good season last year, I think, and then he got injured away with America. I think it was about December, January time. And when he came back, he didn't quite look as sharp. But I mean, he was still better than most. He was the best we had, really, him and Hackney in the middle. But yeah, I think he just needs to, if he can stay fit, and tactically, we used to get ran through the centre midfield quite a lot last season. Teams would cut us open through the middle so easily, and we just seemed something's changed, because obviously himself and Hackney is still in the middle, but something's changed, and I can't really put my finger on it. But them spaces aren't there.
They're playing higher up the pitch.
Yeah,
they're higher up the pitch, the both of them.
I mean, the hunt and the balls, the pair of them on Saturday was immense. The way they worked together, and I think the second goal, wasn't it? Between them, one high up. So yeah, but they're doing really well, both of them.
Yeah. Let's talk other players then, shall we? Jonathan, let's talk this guy. Give us your... Yes. Now,
Yeah,
before we go on to Hackney, he's going, isn't he?
Say again, what Hackney's going?
No, we'll talk about Hackney in a minute.
Okay. No,
Azaz,
yeah, I was surprised he started, I have to say. But and he looked, I have to say, he looked rusty. He looked like he'd been out for a while, and he misplaced a few passes, didn't he, to start with? But then he got his goal. So it's quite ironic. The crowd were getting a little frustrated with him, and then he scored, and then we were all singing his name. So, yeah, for a first game back after a while out, I thought he did decent, to be honest with you.
are the transfer rumours about him to be believed, Jonathan?
Oh, for sure, yeah. And there's a suggestion that maybe he's up for a move, but I don't know. It's 50-50 online. I look on Twitter and I see, some people desperately want him to stay, and other people are quite happy to take some money. So I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I'm kind of 50. Definitely Hackney I want to keep, but Azaz, look, if he wants to go and it's good money, then so be it. We've got quite a lot of players in that position, so we can probably cope if he does go.
Yeah, I mean, the Boro Marvel Sarah said he didn't seem too interested when our players were congratulating him. Announced target Salebi. Yeah, I'm not buying that.
I don't think you can read too much into that. He was quite poor before the goal. It was quite ironic. There was actually a few boos around me, and then all of a sudden he goes and scores. And like John just said, when we're singing his name, because of course now he's the hero. He didn't play particularly well. I do think he's away. I don't want to lose him, but if it's a choice and I have a choice, then I keep Hackney all day long. So,
do you think he would start if he was going?
I felt like it was the club sending a message a little bit. I was like, so when they even put his face on the team sheet when they announced it on Twitter, so I was like, that either they're trying to convince him they still want him, or I don't know. Maybe they're working in the background to convince him that his future's here. Maybe.
Yeah, because Edward's press conference on Friday, he didn't dismiss it, did he? He said
no.
The bid, Southampton bid, we rejected it, and that's all I'm saying. Like, so it's not as though like he's staying. He just
no.
He could be driving the price up, couldn't he?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I thought the crowd missed a trick at the end of the Norwich game, so they were all over Hackney at the end of the game singing his name, and they could have sang Azaz's name, and that could have made a bit of an impression on him. But they were quiet about that, I have to say. So
okay, well, let's switch gears then. Let's talk about Double H. She says, give Hayden Hackney the keys to Teesside, Sean. All right.
I think he looks as happy as he's been in a long time, playing with a smile on his face. And I know when you're winning football matches, it's a lot easier, isn't it? But he looks very comfortable, and even like the little things that we're probably reading too much into. But when they come down the tunnel at the end of the game and stuff, and the social media guy there, he looks happy. Another 3 points, and I think even if it's till January to see where we are, I'd love him to stop. His quality on the ball is undoubted.
He was throwing smiles around like I haven't seen in a long time. So it was really strange. He was coming over to the crowd a lot, and there was a lot of interaction that he doesn't normally do. I wouldn't have seen.
Okay.
That wouldn't have been a characteristic for me. So I'm very.
He's quite understated normally, isn't he?
So some are reading into that, Sarah, that is a sign that he's going because he's, waving goodbye. Some are reading into it like I'm suggesting you are, that, he's feeling the connection. And where are you at?
I think he's staying. I've thought that for a couple of weeks now. I thought he was going after Coventry. I'm not going to lie, because there was tears and things. But yeah, I think he's staying now. I think we're going to announce a new contract.
Jonathan, you don't seem so sure.
No, I changed my mind. So last week at Millwall, he did the kissing the badge and the waving, and I thought he was saying goodbye. But yesterday at Norwich, he was grinning ear to ear. He'd come down to take a corner, and the crowd sang his name, and he was grinning like a Cheshire cat. He was delighted. And then at the end of the game, he was doing the fist pumps to the crowd. Then him and Conway did a little cameo at the very end as well when they were walking off the pitch. There's a lot of stuff there that says he's not going, I have to say. So I'm still expecting a bid for him, but whether he accepts it or not is another case, and whether the club accept it is another case as well.
Our Ipswich Town podcaster said on their show last week that their season now depends on them getting Hackney over the line. Is that's an important player to him? I think he's already turned them down once, Craig, hasn't he? If I remember right.
I think the initial bid was like 2 weeks ago now, 10 days ago. We agreed the bid. Did we agree the bid, and then he turned down personal terms? I think, if I'm right.
He turned it down, didn't he?
Yeah, but like everyone's already said, especially after the match on on Saturday, his kind of celebration at the end, it wasn't one of like goodbye, like melancholy type thing. He was like buzzing, he was ecstatic, and he was on the badge, and it wasn't like Jonathan said, the Millwall game, he did look a bit somber, but at the end, a bit sad with his happiness, if that makes sense. But Saturday he was buzzing, so he won't go.
Okay, all right. You know what's going to happen this time next week, isn't it, when we meet? Our headline is going to be "Thanks, Hayden."
You know what Craig was like with Howson last week. That was the other three joined us with Hackney.
Okay. All right. Ipswich keep away. Right. Let's focus on what's to come. And you're out the cup, of course, Jonathan, because of Doncaster. So that gives you a clear run into Sheffield United. Now, there's lots of people saying that actually Sheffield United's season will depend on what happens at the Riverside this weekend, because if Sellers was to lose again, he's going to get sacked. So Wednesday fans have already asked us if you could just lie down for this game, that would be great, so they can keep him. Should be 3 points this, shouldn't it, given their start?
Well, yeah, based on the form, it should be. So, look, we've done a test where we've won to 0. Then we've done a test where we conceded and we still held on to the game. We were solid. Now we've got to play someone who's had an absolute rubbish start, but they should be a really good team. So it'll be a good test for us, I have to say. I'm intrigued because my mind can go both ways. I can see Sheffield United actually turning up and putting a performance in, but I can also see us turning up and put a performance in too. So I'm intrigued. It's a hard one to call, I have to say. I'd love us to win, of course, but I wouldn't be, putting definite bets on it.
I'm going to be putting a lot of money on a Middlesbrough home win. I'll be honest. I've watched quite a bit and listened to a lot of Blades fans. They are woeful, absolutely woeful. Well, yeah, the Sellers rollicked them on the pitch the first time when they lost to Bristol City, and it looks as if the players have really down tools on him already. So yeah, you should. I mean, he might get sacked before the game. Who knows?
Oh, really? So they actually are. They've not been unlucky then. They are proper rubbish.
Oh, they are terrible. Yeah. I don't think they had a shot on target against Millwall at the weekend. I might be wrong in that, but anyway, let's go on talking about your team. Transfer window closes, Sean, 8 days according from when recording this. Then, so give us your top priority, please.
Centre forward has to be a centre forward. For the reasons we've already mentioned, Conway I think would relish that burden being lifted a little bit. You could see the relief at him getting off the mark the other day, which I'm delighted for him because he worked so hard. But we need to sort of protect him, and we need to have another option. And if we do have serious sort of harbour ambition to being in that top 6, we definitely need another goal scorer.
Okay, Craig, agree?
Yeah, definitely. As long as Hackney stays, I think we're all right midfield with obviously Kante can develop and the new signings. But up front, we need another option. The way Conway plays, he's 100 miles an hour. He'll run out of gas, or he'll get some type of muscle injury if he gets overloaded. So we need someone to take a bit of pressure off him. Yeah, so definitely.
Okay. Sarah Boro conceded the least goals in the whole division so far. So defensively, that suggests you're sound. But are you if a couple of injuries rock the boat?
I think we are. We still need a left back, but targets. I mean, I think that's almost done from Newcastle, so we need a left back. But yeah, I think we are. We've got something on the bench. We've got another guy coming in January. I'm pretty confident about our centre backs for some reason, which is not what I would have said last season. So
yeah, okay. And goalkeeping, Jonathan.
Yeah, you know what? If I was uber picky, I would look at a keeper. To be honest with you, I think Bryn's developing nicely, but I think he'll have a mistake or two this season just simply because he's in that development phase of his career. So. And we saw the difference it made when we got the fella in January, and that made to our team. So, I probably wouldn't mind if I was being uber picky, but not above a striker for sure. Striker, without a shadow of a doubt.
I think we need 2 strikers, by the way, as well.
Okay. Right. Hope you're listening, Gibson. Right. We're heading towards our discussion on away shirts. Before we get there, QPR took an absolute drubbing at Coventry this weekend. So we're asking, what's the worst drubbing you've had to sit through for your side across all our podcasts? So get our team think about that for a second, and we'll get their answers in a minute. But let us know in the comments, what's the worst Middlesbrough drubbing that you've had to sit through. Right, let's talk away kits. Craig, kick us off with this one. A bit divisive, and the Boro
I like it.
Twitterati.
I like it. Do you know what? Like I think I said before, like I collect match worn shirts, so I have quite a few over the years. and there's not much you can really do. So multiple clubs are just trying to do a crazy design or adding this to it and adding that to it, but it's all kind of been done before. So yeah, I think there's nothing. Just go with it. Yeah, it's an away shirt, isn't it? Like, yeah.
I'm probably a bit down on it because I loved last year's away shirt so much, just personally. Sean, your view?
Yeah, I like it. Black and blue away is quite synonymous with us, so that, decent, and it's a bit of an ode to an old kit that we had before when we had the Midget Gems Barnby and Hignett behind Fjordhoff, so I like it.
So we don't need to ask if you like it, given what you're currently wearing. But yeah, one of your favourites?
Honestly, I wasn't that fussed, and then I went and got it on Friday because I knew they were going to be playing in it on Saturday, and I absolutely love it. I think it's great. And actually, Norwich fans were stopping me in the street saying, "Is that your away kit? That's great." So they loved it as well. So yeah.
Okay. Jonathan, 4 out of 4.
Yeah, 4 out, Steph, like it.
Okay, brilliant. Which leads us on to the bigger question, which is, what's the worst ever Boro shirt we've had now? I got criticised last year when I brought this up, but for me, that's just an eyesore. But Craig, you want to take me on and challenge that, don't you?
Oh no, it's a classic. I think over time as well, shirts get like linked to players, don't they?
Yeah.
So like I remember like Boxic and Carambo. Do you remember Paul Ocon? Like just players like that, and Carlos Marinelli. It like links you to a time and links you to players and stuff. So, but no, especially a long sleeve version of that. Like, oh yes, loved it.
Okay. What is the worst ever Boro shirt then? Any of you?
Yeah, white and gold. Whenever what season was that? When we had white and gold. Downey was in the squad, wasn't he?
Like Ali Adair and
I did. Sorry, go on.
I was just going to say I didn't like the light blue one. I think it might have been Strachan kind of era. It's quite a nothingness, like a sky blue colour.
Okay.
Oh, was that the Adidas ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, all of them were crap.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments.
They were all crap.
Let us know in the comments your worst away shirt. Okay.
I managed to get, like I said, I collect player shirts. I managed to get a third shirt from last season, but it was
I've got that one.
Hey.
It cost a bit more than a club shirt, but he had to come. He had to come in the wardrobe.
Yeah, I swear to God, we'll be doing this podcast in 2030, and you'll wedge Howson in there in some way, shape, or form.
Right. Okay.
I've got him in the loft.
If you are a friend or a relative of Howson, please, can we get him on here just for 30 seconds, just to surprise Craig once? That'd be great.
I'm friends with his brother on Facebook.
Right. Okay. Yeah, right. Yeah. Get him on just for 30 seconds next week. Just for right. Very quickly, one word answers here. What's the worst drubbing you've ever had to sit through for a Boro game, Sarah?
I think it was definitely Manchester City drubbing by Middlesbrough 8-1.
Okay. Oh, that way round. No. Come off it. Jonathan?
Sorry, probably 5-0 stuff. That's
Yeah, I'm going to give you 2. I'm going to give the Cup semi-final Chelsea 6-1, and then way back 1989, Liverpool came to us in the first division, and they beat us 4-0, but it could have been 24-0 to be honest with you.
Sure.
I'm going to go with the 6-1 drubbing Arsenal gave us. I think it might have been the one where Kanu did like a cheeky back heel. We didn't enjoy playing them when they had all their pace all over the pitch.
No. And Craig?
Yeah, I had the 6-1 Arsenal in my head, that Kanu flick, but that what Sarah said with the Stoke game last season, 5-0, but it felt like 10. It was, Jesus Christ.
Okay. All right. Let us know in the comments if you can beat that. Thank you very much, of course, for watching. Again, do drop us a quick subscribe if you haven't done so already. We'd love to get to 100 subscribers this month. That'd be absolutely amazing. Right, you lot, enjoy the Sheffield United game. It could turn a bit toxic in the away end, so have a heart. Don't be too mean on them. We'll see you in 7 days' time. Have a great one.